What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy Alex. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where smelling good is a vibe. I appreciate you taking this time, this moment to listen to what I have to say. But I want to share a few fragrances with you that I think you should take into consideration for the springtime, summertime as we transition from the colder months into the warmer months. If you're out here on the East Coast, you know that the weather is beginning to change. So this is one of the reasons that I wanted to discuss this with you today. So some of the fragrances that we're going to discuss today are very well known, very popular fragrances, and then there are a few that are maybe or maybe not very popular or well known fragrances. But I want to share a couple of designer fragrances and a couple of niche fragrances with you that I hope you can appreciate. All right, so welcome back. So first we're going to start off with a brand that I am very fond of, or that I really appreciate. I own a few of their products, but I think that they do a very nice job of creating fragrances. And this is from the house of Initio, and this is Musk Therapy. Okay, Musk Therapies. All right, this is a very nice, well done, sweet smelling fragrance. Obviously it has musk in it. The name in it says itself, but a very citrusy, musk, flowery, floral type fragrance. I've worn this a couple of times, and I just really enjoyed the smooth, sweet fragrance that this provides. And I really look forward to wearing this again this spring. You could probably get away with it actually in the fall and the winter, but I would recommend spring and even summertime for this. But Initio has some mandarin. Let's see what else that it has in it. Magnolia, white sandalwood, white musk, pink musk. So musk heavy again, like the name says. But Musk Therapy by Initio is a banger, and I highly recommend it. Okay, next up we have Nishane. Wulong, I'm sorry if I said that correctly. Wulong Cha X. Okay, Nishane Wulong Cha X. Okay, this one is really nice, and this is another brand that I really like. But this is another sweet citrusy accord type fragrance. You got some greens in here, some florals, but very clean and sweet. All right, very clean and sweet, and it's a really nice. Well done. I highly recommend that you get your hands on this one. This is definitely a springtime, summertime banger that you can appreciate. And I would say that this is definitely a compliment getter, one that that people will really appreciate, men or women. I think it's a unisex. Actually, I know it is a unisex fragrance, but again, Nishane Wulong Cha X. Okay, it's nice. So another one that I have here is about Bond Number 9, Sag Harbor. Bond Number 9, Sag Harbor. You got some white florals in this, another green, some green fragrances, but kind of floral. Really floral. It's floral. It's unisex fragrance, probably lean in more or feminine, but in my opinion, it's really nice done, and I don't want to say complex, but evenly done. To the point that, again, it's definitely a unisex fragrance. But I wore this for the first time last year. I bought this last year, and obviously this has been out for a while. But I was really impressed with it. This is probably one of my favorite bonds, and I know, there's a lot of other ones out there. But for me, especially for this time of year coming into the spring and the summer, this is definitely something that I really would appreciate wearing. But you got, in some of the things, you got some bergamot, you got some magnolia, some sandalwood, some amber, but very much so floral, citrusy fragrance by Bond Number 9, Sag Harbor. Really nice. Recommend you look at that. Next up, by Zaharoff. This is Signature Rose by Zaharoff Signature Rose. If you're into a rose fragrance, this one, I think they have another called Black Rose. Actually, I have it too that are really just dope. And I wasn't a fan of rose fragrances originally, but I've become more of a fan of rose fragrances. And if you are, then it's definitely a way to go. I think they have one of the best, if not the best, rose scented fragrance out there. But this is really nicely done, clean, it's soft, it's not too overpowering where I've smelled some in the past, and especially on women where they're spraying the rose on it, it's just too much. It smells too much perfumey and just extra rosy, and it's just overdone. But this one is really nice, elegant, really soft, but very noticeable. And this lasts probably 6, 7, 8 hours. I've worn this a couple of times, and it's just really nice, especially on a spring day or a summer day. If you're out and about, you're walking around and you're out in the streets or something, and you're just kind of out with the wind, this is definitely one that will have people kind of turn your head and kind of, trying to say, wow, that you smell good. So the Zaharoff Signature Rose. Next up, we have Versace Eros Energy. I know a lot of people may be tired with Versace, but even though it's a designer fragrance, I think they've done a really nice job with their designer fragrance. And I think regardless of how you feel about it, they're worth to buy. I own a few of these of the Versace lineup, but this is a citrus bomb, but not so much to where you're just like, this is just too much. It's like lemony or just, but the lemon, the citrus, the green, floral, but just a citrus bomb that's really nice and complex and it's just sexy. And I know some people say maybe it's a teenage fragrance, but to me, regardless of your age, this is definitely one that you should have and one that, can do right by you as you, during these warmer time of month. So I will recommend it. I know people have their opinions about it, but coming from me, my opinion is well worth the buy. The price, everything, the spray, the performance of the fragrance, everything is just on point. Versace Eros Energy. Okay, next up, I did a video on this one not too long ago. This is by the brand of Argos, and this is Neptunes Trident. This is one of their new releases. It's a unisex fragrance, but it's, in my opinion, is more so lean masculine. And I did, again, like I said, I did a video on them, on this fragrance along with the other one that they have. That's a new release, but a dope fragrance. I still haven't worn it yet, but I'm going to wear it this week. That's my plan. It's just, as I sprayed it and tried it before, it's just such a nice, well done fragrance, and their brand has just not missed, in my opinion, in terms of fragrances. From the presentation all the way down to the performance of the fragrance is top notch, and I'm just a fan. As you can hear, I'm just a fan of it. But very nice, clean fragrance, citrusy, great performance, nice atomizer. Just everything. You can see that clear color of that fragrance right there is just ready and primed for spring, summertime, time of the year. So, man, just really, really, really nice. I don't even want to spray it because I want to, keep it for as long as I can. But some of the notes they have in it, which I thought bergamot, mandarin orange, you got some blossoms, some jasmine, some vetiver, some musk, some sandalwood. They got all of it, but it's just such a beautiful fragrance, and I just love smelling. That's why I keep taking the top off the bottle just to smell it, because it's just really nice. But look at the bottle, is really nice. Everything. Neptunes Trident by Argos. Okay, next up, we're going to switch up to the house of Louis Vuitton, and this is Lovers. Louis Vuitton Lovers. I'm sure there's some videos out there. I've seen a couple, but I haven't really seen much traction on this particular fragrance for some reasons. And I think this is a really, really dope fragrance. That's really, the name says it all, is really sexy. And it turns in. It's definitely an attention getter. And I know Louis Vuitton has some other fragrances out there. Imagination, by all means, it holds its own, but I don't think that this one gets enough. And I think that people are sleeping on this. And I think that every man should get a hold of this, because this is a date night. This is a springtime, summertime, fall time fragrance. I mean, actually, I think you can get away with this all year round. But it's such a well done fragrance that is really it's a little citrus, but it's not so much citrus. It's a little more sweet. And on the dry downs, it really performs really well to where it's a soft, sweet fragrance that just really capture your attention. I was going to do a review on this one and Naxos together. And I took it out, and I didn't get to do the review that I really wanted to do, but I just asked the lady, like, hey, what do you think? And I gave her a 2, and she was really impressed by this. And she's like, hey, what is that? So I told her, and she's like, wow, I guess the price, the name matches the fragrance, and it probably costs a lot. But Louis Vuitton lovers, banged it right there. Next up, I just mentioned, we have by Xerjoff, and this is Naxos. Xerjoff Naxos. A really dope fragrance here too. Another sexy, I don't want to say fuckboy fragrance. Probably not the right word for me to be saying. I try not to curse, but it's just a really sweet, citrusy fragrance that's just, man, it's just really well done. And this is another fragrance right here that I think if you're going to start a collection or you have a collection, this should be in your collection. It's just really that good. It's like having creative mixes. It's just one of those fragrances that is well known, and every male should have this fragrance if you have a collection. If you don't have a collection, then maybe not. But if you are collecting fragrances or you have a couple of bottles of fragrances, this is one right here, especially for the summertime, springtime. You can rock this, and this is just sexy. I don't even know any other way to say it, but it is just that good. And when I start running out of this, I'm buying another bottle because it's that dope to me. But again, citrusy, sweet fragrance that you just have to get your nose on. There's some amber in this. I think at least that's what I'm smelling. And I just love sniffing this. It's just really nice. Really, really, really nice. And performs really well too. All right, so last but not least, we have Superz Budapest. Actually, I'm sorry. It's Cesar by Superz Budapest. Cesar by Superz Budapest. I just got this one in. I'm new to this brand, but I tried one of their fragrances, which is called Morocco, which is kind of an almond fragrance. But it's kind of a sweet almond fragrance. It's really nice. It's a little different than what I normally, purchase. So I gave it a try, and I was really impressed with it. So I bought a few more of their fragrances. The prices are not too high. They're decent. And the performances are fairly well. But I watched one of the owners or reviewers on Instagrams talking about this fragrance, about it being a fresh fragrance. And, if you ask a bunch of people, they'll like it. Doesn't matter who you ask, because it's just that kind of clean fragrance. And he's spot on. This is, I don't want to say soap, but it's such a fresh, clean fragrance that it's just really well done and nicely done. And I'm really impressed with it. And let me see what was in it again. It has vetiver, tonka bean, jasmine, rose, amber wood, bergamot, mandarin, kerbal, pink pepper. But it just smells. It's a green. It doesn't smell like greens, like a green flowery thing or like a green fragrance really. But to me, it smells more floral, but very fresh. Really, really fresh. And this is another one that I'm going to be wearing this week, along with the Trident, Neptunes Trident that I talked about, because it just really smells that nice. This is one of those you put on your white t-shirt and, a pair of jeans and some casual shoes, grown man look, and, you spray out whatever it is and you walk around out in public and, get some attention. But another brand I highly recommend you check out, but Cesar by Superz Budapest is really nice. Yeah, really dope, really dope. So that's all I have for you all today. I appreciate your time. But before we get out of here, please hit the like, subscribe button. Obviously, that helps the algorithm, that helps my channel and help them grow. But I appreciate your support. And for all of you that, are into the fragrance world and the fragrance community, I appreciate your time and effort, because I do learn things from other individuals who provide or share their information regarding fragrances. But I also like to share what I have as well too. So into further notice or into next